We are in Santa Monica, California. Happy to be taking a little vacation with my beautiful wife. I just hope you enjoy some of this B-roll footage. I'll be checking in with you later. And welcome back, guys. It is good to be seeing you again. It's been over a week since I've posted a video, and I know that, but I was on vacation in Santa Monica, California, as you just saw, with my beautiful wife, and we were actually attending her company's conference, annual conference that happens every year called Next. And what it is all of the employees of the company and owners of the franchisee locations come together for an annual conference to sort of get on the same page and really learn together, hear from really insightful speakers. The CEO speaks at this event, as well as many other corporate members, and it's a big deal. And in case you were wondering, that company my wife works for is Chick-fil-A. Even better than just working for them, she's actually one of the franchisee owners. She owns the Chick-fil-A at the Gardens Mall, just south of us in Palm Beach Gardens, and it is a huge honor for her to be able to do that, and it's something she worked for her whole life, and I've supported her in our whole lives together since we started dating 11 years ago. To explain a little bit, if you started watching this channel back when I was still doing videos in Texas, that was actually because that was where her first Chick-fil-A location was, out in Midland, Texas. We were there for a couple of years before moving back to Florida, where we were originally from. So I wanted to just take some time after showcasing you some beautiful footage from Southern California on one of the free days we had where we just ran around Santa Monica and Venice Beach and just sort of enjoyed ourselves. I wanted to show you guys some of that beautiful landscape and then bring you back here to the office in South Florida to share with you our journey of how my wife ended up becoming an owner of a Chick-fil-A franchise. Because she started as a cashier with Chick-fil-A when she was 15 and worked for Chick-fil-A, various Chick-fil-A's throughout college. And then obviously it was the first thing she turned to when she wanted to find just any job to start making money when we were newly married. She found out that Chick-fil-A had a program where you apply to the corporate office to work for corporate by traveling around running stores that were in between owners. So if an owner would leave a franchise because he was going off to a different franchise or just leaving the company, that store would be without an owner for a couple of months until Chick-fil-A corporate selected a new owner to come in. So they had this program of a few hundred interim managers, is what they called them, that would go in and run these stores in between owners. And that was a path that led to about 80% of the people who got into this program ended up becoming Chick-fil-A owner operators. We knew that that was the route we wanted to go rather than just applying to be an owner from the start, because the odds of becoming a Chick-fil-A owner are really slim. It's a really, really difficult process to apply for. It takes multiple years with multiple interviews at multiple levels, and it's extremely difficult, but you only have to have $10,000 to actually start owning your own store with Chick-fil-A, which is really low when you compare it to companies like McDonald's that basically require you to be completely filthy loaded rich already in order to be able to even access the ability to own a McDonald's. I think you have to pay like $1 million franchisee fee, and then you're still responsible for all kinds of stuff revolving the real estate and all kinds of stuff. It's going to bore you, but it's basically you have to be completely rich before you can already be a franchising owner of most other restaurants out there. And so that's what's unique about Chick-fil-A. It's only 10 grand. Chick-fil-A has a philosophy of partnering with good business leaders rather than partnering with rich people. So anyways, getting back to the backstory, she eventually applied and got accepted into the program. The acceptance rate for that program and on just becoming an operator in general, Chick-fil-A receives in the ballpark of, I think the last time I read it was around 75,000 applicants a year, and roughly 75 applicants get accepted into this program. So it was extremely tough odds to get in, but she did it, and I'm super proud of her. I have been proud of her ever since. But the work didn't stop there, because once she got into that program, our lives were turned upside down. Fortunately, we didn't have any children yet, because that would have been really difficult, because we had to start working for corporate, where she would run these stores that were between owners for a month or 2 months or whatever it was at a time, and you had to move all the time. Chick-fil-A actually paid for our hotel and paid for travel costs and all that, which was very good and allowed us to be able to save up for, without having rent or anything to pay for. We were able to save up for that $10,000 fee. She got into the program in the summer of 2014, and we left for her first assignment in late August of 2014, where we went to Chicago, Illinois, Rockford, which is outside of Chicago technically. We were there for a month. Then we moved to Dover, Delaware for 5 months. Then we moved from Dover, Delaware to Daytona Beach, and that was actually in March of 2015, where Bike Week was happening. I fell in love with the idea of motorcycles at that point, and that's actually what spawned my first interest in getting a Harley. But we were there for 1 month. Then we went to Orlando, Florida for 2 months at a location there. Then we went all the way to Louisville, Kentucky. We're there for 3 weeks. Then we moved back to the same location in Orlando for 1 more month. Then we moved to Clearwater Beach, just west of Tampa, for 2 months. Then from there, we expressed interest with corporate Chick-fil-A about wanting to potentially own a location out in Texas, because it was a lot easier to apply for one out there. So with that, they directed us out to an assignment in San Antonio. We were there for 3 months, and we went from there to an assignment in Dallas for another 2 months, and then we got out of the program, because at that point she had applied for and was accepted to be the owner-operator of the location in Midland, Texas. We moved to Midland in June of 2016. She was 7 months pregnant, and we moved across the country, and it was really difficult. Got there. She actually went out and purchased that Iron 883 that I ride now for me, as sort of a thank you gift, I guess, for traveling all over the country with her and helping her pursue her dream of being a Chick-fil-A owner. And from that point, we spent 2 years out in Midland, sort of paid our dues out there. Midland is 5 hours from any other major city, and we were 30 hours from her family in Florida and my family in Virginia. We had a new baby. It was pretty difficult couple of years, but I actually reopened my wedding photography business when I was out there, and I shot probably in the ballpark of 50 or 60 weddings while we lived in Midland. I got to know the state of Texas really well. I rode my Harley all over the place out there. And now we are back in South Florida, as I mentioned a couple of months ago, because she was approved to relocate from the Midland location to the new location that she's at in Palm Beach Gardens. Yeah, so if you ever happen to be visiting West Palm Beach on vacation or anything, just Google the Palm Beach Gardens Mall and come in, and that's the Chick-fil-A inside that mall. That's the one that she owns. And it's actually the third highest. Last time we checked, I think it's the third highest grossing mall Chick-fil-A in the chain, which is a pretty big honor. And we're finally able to financially support ourselves in a way like we have always been hoping we could, and enabling me to not have to run my photography business anymore, and allowing me to do this channel full time and grow it. To sort of parlay on that, I wanted to also let you guys know that I've actually deactivated the Patreon page that I had set up. I never felt totally comfortable with asking people for money. I just sort of did it because it seemed like what a lot of YouTubers do. So I just decided that I'm not going to do it. I'm going to pursue other means of income with this channel. And I'm also going to be, I'm technically also an Uber driver, so I'm going to be doing that a couple of days a week to save up to grow the equipment for this channel and what I can do with this channel as well. To any of you who were a patron, I appreciate the 1 month that you donated your money, and I appreciate that, but don't worry, you're not going to be charged anymore because that page doesn't exist. The best way you guys can support this channel, honestly, is by liking every video, clicking the like button, and leaving a comment. You know, especially, and also if you're a subscriber. Being a subscriber is the most important. But beyond that, if you just take the time to hit the like button and leave a comment, even if it's just like a thumbs up comment or something, that's the best way you can support this channel, because it helps these videos. So you'll be helping me grow this channel by doing those things. And I appreciate every person who watches this content. It's been a wild ride since January. We've almost doubled the channel since then, and I appreciate everyone who is watching, and I'm looking forward to doing a whole lot more. And because of that appreciation, I wanted to let you know that I'm going to be posting a video soon that is going to be dedicated to a subscriber giveaway that I'm going to be doing with the purpose of saying thank you to the people who've already subscribed and to anybody who subscribes in the future. I'm going to give you all of the details of that subscriber giveaway coming up in the next video, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for leaving comments, and I read every one of them and I enjoy it and I love communicating with you guys, and I'm looking forward to doing a whole lot more with this channel as we move forward. So for now, I will see you in the next one. Later.